Hi, my name is Paul Eastwood and I'm going to talk to you today about leaky gut syndrome. It's up here on the board, and it's a problem because people have allergies and people have joint problems and muscle problems, and they don't realise that it actually starts with their food. So let me start with how it begins. Now, when food is broken down properly, it goes through the intestines and it's pulled through little hairs inside and extracted and broken and pulled into the bloodstream in the right broken down sort of molecules. When you eat food that's not right for your metabolic type and doesn't agree with you, okay, or isn't recognized properly by your body, it stimulates sort of an inflammation response, and you get problems in the gut. You'll feel it as bloating, sort of energy dips and sort of tiredness. Which is why I always say, when it comes to health or fitness, the most important thing you need to know is what food works for you, okay, and how your body works. Because if you don't know what foods are doing this, then you're always going to have a problem. So if your intestines inflame, they've got little holes in them, little pores that allow naturally to for the right digested food particles to flow out into the bloodstream and then go to things like the liver, okay, and other sort of organs. When these holes get bigger, these pores expand because of the inflammation response, because you're eating the wrong food, okay, and sort of constipation and things. They all cause toxins to be released, which can cause dilation. You feel that sort of like IBS and kind of pains and sort of bloating, as I've said. Well, when they open, they allow undigested food particles to go through. And when these get to the liver, it's kind of the proteins more than anything else, but they signal an immune response, because the liver says, whoa, that's a protein or a whole molecule. I'm expecting an amino acid or something smaller. I'm going to send my immune system in, and we're going to break it down and deal with it and kind of get it back out the bloodstream and somewhere where it can actually be excreted, or it can try and go through the intestines again. Okay, so this is quite a nasty problem, and it's called leaky gut syndrome, and you're getting big sort of chunks going through you back into the bloodstream, which again then you start developing little minor colds and sneezes and flus, and you always you're never quite well, or you're always kind of under the weather, and this is again just your food that's just not working well with you, because you're guessing at what food and nutrients that you need. So this also increases stress, okay, digestive stress. It's not nice when you have IBS, it's not nice when you feel bloated, it's not nice when you have energy dips, it's not nice when you always have a cold, you don't feel like going to the gym, or you don't feel particularly healthy. And increased immune function eventually will wear you out. It's a very demanding system. A lot of white blood cells are called into play. They move very slowly, so it takes a lot of energy to move this around. Okay, if it's got to get to this sort of food particle and then clear it out. The problem with that is it leads to autoimmune problems. That's your allergies do go up. You are going to suffer with IBS, and you're going to have joint problems and muscle problems. Your immune system is very, very expensive, and it will actually tire you out, and you'll always feel pretty low and tired, and you'll struggle. So if you're suffering from colds, flu, ailments, fatigue, or just poor performance, then it's more than likely that it's this leaky gut syndrome, okay, that you're suffering from. And if you don't get your metabolic type done, then you're always going to encounter this problem, okay? If you do have bloatedness, you do suffer from IBS, and you're not quite sure why it's happening, or you get sort of energy dips and you can't quite explain it. One thing I do recommend is glutamine, and you can take L-glutamine, sort of about 5 grams once or twice a day, maybe in the morning and before bed. That will help soothe the intestines and reduce the inflammation, and the pores will then shut back down, and you won't get as many problems. Much better though would obviously be to have your metabolic type done, because then the foods that go in won't cause that inflammation response. And also, if you're eating the right foods, you're actually going to help give the body what it needs, and you'll get a lot more. You'll actually get an energy rise or energy restoration, and you'll get a lot more out of the food and nutrients that you need. Okay, that pretty much wraps it up for me today. So please visit the website companies.to/metabolic typing assessment. There's these videos and more, and there's a whole load of information there for you. Okay, thanks very much.